All right, and that is Pastor Progress in the studio. She's a mom, she's a mother. She's a mom and founder of a sport where they share the word and just try to relate it with their everyday lives and just, be better humans and see how we can also, like the word says, World Philanthropy Day, be better
Yes, be
at
better
doing
as
a lot of
human
other
beings.
things, giving and appreciating it. We have an amazing musician in the studio, Pastor Progress.
Hello, good afternoon, good
Welcome to the
morning.
studio. It's great to have you in.
Sorry?
I said it's great to have you in.
Oh, thank you.
Spring fingers, let's do this.
Okay. Okay.
For you to relax. All right, that's a great one, by the way.
Thanks.
So you highlighted that it was just something that came
Just like that. Naturally, I was just doing something, personal stuff.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the song came. So just decided to record it.
So before you became a music minister, you were already a minister, you shared the word,
Yeah.
and this is what gave birth to your True Talk Pro platform?
Yeah. Where we share dividing the word of truth.
Okay, so is it a platform for women or platform for everyone?
everybody.
Everybody.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
It's for everybody. We just speak God's word and try to just having that inspiration pouring out to the people.
But how do you think that this, because there's so many online platforms now where people gather to have conversations, not even just about the word, have conversations about so many things, and think that is probably preferring solutions. Do you think that those are viable spots or means to pass messages, or, in my opinion, there's just so many you can't keep up with?
Yeah, you're very right, but we shouldn't just overlook it. That mind such things. Sometimes when you listen to them, it helps you, even in your day-to-day activities.
Okay. So how long would you say you've been a minister?
I just decided to do the song thing 4 years back now.
Okay, and so now that you're not just a word minister, you're a music minister, do you
Yeah.
have like an album, an EP?
Or
Is there
just
a
a
project in the works?
Yes, I have a single. I did one Found Grace before this Obanla.
So when I like it, I'm in the industry.
I do.
Abby.
That's it.
That's it. So what's your take on the music space right now? Because there's a lot of things going on in the music space, both from the, how do I like to put it? They say the worldly music, and then
Secular music,
and the
secular
gospel
and the
music.
gospel music. All is still in the music space. So what's your
Yes.
take on that space right now, being that you're now a part of it?
When you are not part of it, you're out there. It's like you could just say anything. But when you are in, you understand there are challenges, funding and all that, where you go to a studio, you pay for sections and they are not complying. Just something like that.
So what do you think could be the solution to those issues, being that you face them yourself now?
What do? We have to keep up the faith.
Ah.
Keep moving. That's it.
So as a mother, with all these things that you have,
Yeah.
KB, I think that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It feels like a lot.
It
So
feels
how
like
do
a
you
lot.
juggle, being a music minister, a word minister, a mother? Where do you find time to relax? What do you do to unwind?
When you are sold out, you become addicted.
So good. I love it.
When you're sold out, you become addicted to His presence. So the passion comes. It's not something you are struggling to do.
Okay.
It's part of you. You are built for it. So when you come, it comes naturally.
Okay. So let's talk about people in your space. So do you have like maybe like ministers underneath what you do, like people that you charge and give
Yeah,
words?
yeah,
And,
that is the assignment.
okay.
My assignment is to impact the world. When it comes in contact, it's not about the fame, it's not about the money. No. Impact people and let them fulfill destiny. That's my assignment.
All right.
Being that we're celebrating World Philanthropy Day today, what's your take on philanthropy in Africa? You could still narrow it down to Nigeria. How do you think that we Nigerians have participated in this art of humanitarian services in general? Do we need to do more? What's lacking? What do you think the government could do to aid it for those who are not well equipped to?
We are trying. We are really trying. And when you look at what's happening in the world today, with an open heart, There are a lot of people who had things to share, doing it in their own way, doing it as they are led. So we are trying. We are doing it, yes.
So you agree? You think that Nigerians are really
Yes,
being
because
proactive?
there are things that are happening on there that you don't know. They don't talk about it. Like visiting the lesbian villages. There are a lot of things we do that we don't talk about. Lot of things. There are people that are hungry that we feed 400, 500 mouths every month. So people don't talk about it.
Well, I like the fact that you've mentioned the fact that people don't talk about
Yeah.
things like this. Why don't people talk about it? Is it that there is a fear of stigmatization, or is it a fear that people might come to people might
Ask
take
for
advantage of
things,
that? So where exactly is the fear? Why don't people talk
I
about
don't
things
know.
like
That
this?
is going to be like a personal thing, depending on what you're inspired to do. You don't just have to. You don't just have to let it out like that. There are people when you discuss with them, this is what I want to do. This is how I want it. I don't want anybody to know about
to
it.
know about it.
That's just it.
But
I
how would
think
you
it's
be
a personal
celebrated?
thing.
Okay, well, that's your personal thing between you and your who you believe in. But how now, in general, let's going back to your music. How would you balance the music, Christian music, and other music as a mom? Where do you draw that line? How do you balance it?
In general, whatever we are given as an assignment, I would always go back. When you are given an assignment, you just pour out what you have. You just pour it out to whoever that come before you. You just pour it out. I'm more of the, I wouldn't say secular, I'm more of the gospel thing, and that is just what I major on.
Okay.
That's just that's where the light is for me personally.
Okay, so I'm glad that you mentioned that you're more about gospel music and that's where the light is for you. So let's talk about projections. 5-year projections, 10-year projections, 3-year projections. Are we going to see more singles, an album? Are you going to have a band? Are you going to have a mass choir?
Yeah.
So what is the plan for you?
Because we saw that's already displayed in the
Yes,
video.
you have to believe God and keep pushing. Because there are a lot of things underneath. We have to keep on pushing. Like I said, it's not just about maybe in 5 years' time. So what I want to do is to impart the people to fulfill destiny, and that cannot be excluded. That is the major assignment. I was also asked this question in one of my interviews. I told them, this is who I am. This is, sometimes you are just finding yourself. No, now I've gotten to where I want. Like, this is what God wants me to do, and this is how I'm going to project it. To impart the people to fulfill destiny. I told you it's not about fame, it's not about money, because I trust God to do that for me.
Lastly, a lot of people, before we wrap up this conversation, a lot of artists sing gospel songs. In fact, a lot of people sing gospel songs, but they do not live the true Christian life, the true Christ-like life. What's your take on that? Double standards.
But how would you know?
For the ones that we see, some when you say, you're a layman, you say you're a Christian, and there's some things you do that doesn't tell or depict you as a Christian. That's just a simple example.
I don't think when you are a Christian, you must be filled. When you are a Christian, you are saturated. There's something. You are filled with the Spirit. You are led by that Spirit when you are genuinely committed. So there's nothing you can do that. I'm not seeing it in that light.
Yeah,
at all.
why I ask this question, because some artists, when they put their
Yes.
albums together and they will just put 1 or 2 gospel songs.
Yes, and we've seen that a number of times. But I like the fact that you've talked about impacting people in destiny, and that's the path that you followed.
Yeah,
And that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Pastor Progress, mother, founder, and of course, founder of True Talk Pro, also a music minister. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And we look forward to having you again sometime soon.
Thank you. God
Yeah,
bless
thank
you.
you for coming through. It was a great one, right?
Awesome, fantastic.
Yes, to all of you who tuned in, thank you so much for being an amazing audience and listening to us talk and entertain you. By the way, we have a word of the day, and this is from Malagasy. It's a Malagasy proverb. It says, wealth is like hair in the nose. It hurts to be separated, whether from a little or from a lot. Honestly,
True.
is this true?
Try pulling out the nose in your
I've
hair.
never
your
tried.
nose.
Why would I want to tamper with what was naturally put in?
No, but women have a way of, you have all these little fine clippers, nice.
So we just can't be trimming. I've
it is
never
true,
tried it, so
actually.
I don't know how painful it is. But
It
if
is
you
true.
have, please relate with us with our social media platforms. Of course, you know how to use the hashtag Somewhere Today. You could just send us a message and we would read it and find out how the experience was for you when you were pulling one and pulling the
Exactly.
together.
And also, don't forget to use all the various hashtags ahead of 2023. Use the hashtag 2023, and also use the hashtag Remember Your Future, and also the hashtag Don't Sell Your Votes.
Yeah, till coming here again. It's still your media girl next door and KB.
Bye, guys. Have
Bye.
a fun week.
Bye.